It is so windy outside, it's not even funny, so I apologize in advance for the crazy noises that you hear today, but we are talking about your customer avatars again. This is video number 2 in our customer avatar series, so welcome back, my friends. We are specifically talking about finding your customer avatar today, so let's just dive in, shall we? Customer avatars are more than just a bunch of demographic details. They're modeled off of real people that will become your customers. So we have to take that information seriously. And today, I'm going to share with you 3 essential parts that you need to understand when it comes to your customer avatar identity. First, we're going to talk about knowing where your customer is going. Then we'll talk about unlocking influence through information. And later on in the video, we'll talk about what you need to know to have a frictionless sales process. If you're just joining us and you haven't already checked out the first video in our customer avatar series, there's a card above. Check it out and then come back. For the rest of you, roll the intro. First things first, when it comes to understanding who your customer avatar is, what motivates them, all of that kind of stuff, the first thing you need to understand is what are their goals. And I mean this, yeah, okay, you can have it on the big woo-woo, psychologically, emotionally, where would you like to be in 5 years? You can do it that way, but also on a quite granular level, like literally, what is it that you can help them accomplish? Are you a personal organizer? Can you literally help them organize their pantry? Or maybe you are a fitness coach, because we always talk about fitness coaches, and maybe it's really clear to understand what your avatar's goal is. Maybe it's gaining a certain amount of muscle, or performing at a certain level, or lifting a certain amount, right? Those tangible goals we need to unlock and understand. So say you are a life coach. This is where it gets a little more intentional in the actions that you have to take. Because in life coaching, it's not as clear cut of what those tangible goals are unless you ask the right questions. But whatever it is you do, or whatever it is you sell, or whatever your service is, or your product is, whatever your offer is, make sure that you understand what are the tangible results that it provides for your customers, or that you can provide for your customers. But then also understand what those deeper, more emotional motivators are as well. For example, if we go back to our fitness coach, the motivation for hiring that coach may be something more emotional, like, I want to be able to keep up with my kids. So your homework is to identify what those goals are, both the big goals and the small goals, the granular, tangible goals, as well as the intangible, more emotional goals. And when you're done that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, join us here on the channel, because we got more in this customer avatar series for you that you are not going to want to miss. Second thing we have to think about is how are we going to build influence, and how can we use things that are already influencing our ideal customer towards a decision? How can we leverage those in our best benefit? Easy. You have to identify where your ideal customer is gathering their information. Where are they looking for what we like to call their trusted friends? You know, the trusted friend that you would go to and ask advice for hair and makeup, or whatever guys ask each other advice for. Because when you become that trusted friend, that go-to source for information and decision making, that's when you are able to harness the power of influence. So why not go out there, identify who is already in that position in the eyes and minds of your ideal customer, and leverage it for yourself. So you can either piggyback on that influence by connecting with and collaborating with that same creator or that influence place. Or you can start piggybacking onto narrative trends. There's so much you can do, but you have to identify the sources of information in order to leverage them for your benefit. I'm curious, tell me about your customer avatar. I'm really interested to know who is in your world, who is your dream customer. Let me know down in the comments. The third thing that you need to do is identify pain points and challenges that your ideal customer is facing on their route to achieve that tangible result or that big end goal. For example, fitness trainer, challenges that might come in the way. Food is yummy and I want to eat it all. You might not know what to do in the gym. You might not know how to eat properly. You might be really stressed. So as a trainer, you can then provide ways of overcoming those obstacles. So when you're selling to that ideal customer, you've already thought about the objections, and that's how when you're doing a sales pitch and when you're going through and creating great content for connection, that's how you look like you're reading people's minds. You've already gone through the process of thinking through what those obstacles could be, what those objections could be, what those stumbling blocks are. So it feels to your customer that you've created a customized package just for them, when in reality, we all know it's just that you've been listening. You've created the perfect package for not just that particular customer. Because we've done all of this foundational work, we're actually able to sell that same feels like custom package to a much wider audience. Now, I know we have talked about a ton in today's video, but don't worry, we still have the avatar worksheet. So make sure, if you haven't already, click the links down below, download the avatar worksheet. And if you want more videos that help walk you through step by step through that worksheet, you will find those over in the Visibility Hackers Facebook group. So the links for that are in the workbook. You don't have to worry about it. So head down, click those links, get your worksheet today. We'll see you over in the Visibility Hackers group. Maybe I'll see you over at Friday Night Live, but until then, remember, I love you, be excellent to each other, and just go live.